Hello, my name is Galang, and in this video we are going to talk about emotion across the lifespan. Three things why understanding emotion across the lifespan is so important. First, because emotions is the first human language. So if you think of like babies, they usually express their emotions through behavior like crying. So that's the first language of human emotion that is shown by crying. The second reason is because of the physiological changes, behavioral changes is going to affect emotions. And the third reason is that emotional changes is going to influence how you interact with other people. Three stages in human life that are important are childhood, adolescence, and late adulthood. Topic of emotion that are important during childhood are attachment, explorations, and emotion regulation. Attachment is the most important issues of emotion during childhood because it provides sense of security for the babies. Mary Ainsworth, one of the most prominent scientists in this area, suggests that there are three types of attachment: securely attached, insecure, and avoidance. What Mary did is based on the experiment where the baby was left in the room with stranger when their mother left the room. So the scientists saw what kind of a response from the baby when their mother left the room. An exploration is the ability to explore the surrounding. And studies shows that babies tend to explore something new rather than something familiar. And then they tend to see their mothers than the strangers. But interestingly, during the Mary Ainsworth studies, when the mother left the room, the baby stopped to explore. Emotion regulation is the ability to control the emotion. And this is based on a popular study. It's called marshmallow experiment. So in this experiment, children were left in the room with a bowl of marshmallow. And the experimenter said to the children when they are about to leave the room not to eat the marshmallow. But some of the kids ate the marshmallow and some of the kids do not eat the marshmallow. The marshmallow experiment is a longitudinal study. It means the experimenter or the researcher tracked the children who became the subject of experiment when they grew up, when they started to go to college. And then they found interesting finding that the children who could not resist taking the marshmallow when they were adult, they were becoming a bad person. They usually involved in drugs and narcotics and etc. But those children who could control their emotion developed more productive behavior when they were adult. During adolescence, there are two topics of emotion that are important. The first one is gaining independence, and then the second one is finding love. In order to gain independence, they have to change the emotional bond between parents, now between peers. So when they could not have a good attachment when they were a child, they usually became so problematic when they had to deal with their peers. So it means attachment matters. Attachment when they were a child matters. And the issues when they have to find love is to get intimate. And when you don't have a good attachment, it's usually really difficult for you to be intimate with someone. And on the last stage, the late adulthood, usually people experience negative event. For example, retirement or losing someone who's important. So usually when you are old, there are so many negative experiences, but still brain activate so many areas that makes you remember positive events better. So although you experience negative thing, usually when you are old, you still look so happy because the brain makes you easily to process positive emotion than negative emotion. So as you can see here that emotion across the lifespan depends on the emotional response when you were a child. So attachment here becomes so important because it's going to influence the change of emotion until you are very, very old. And that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.